Alright, so I made quite a few changes here to the buggy. I ditched the old bicycle steering rack, steering column setup. I built a column. I bought a rack from a golf cart, from a three-wheel golf cart, one that has one front wheel. And I also built a set of hand controls for Jesse. So basically, I'll show you how it works. Everything is going to be activated by this lever. So when you push, you're going to push for brake, and you're going to slowly pull back for gas. So I'm going to probably end up adjusting the gas pedal, but we got a couple of Heim joints here. We got one there. We got one down by the brake pedal. By the way, I also moved the brake pedal master cylinder. Originally, I wasn't going to have pedals in here, but then, trial and error, I decided to change my mind. So we have the master cylinder here, once again from a 95 Honda Civic. I built a brake pedal, and that hits the plunger directly. So you just basically that is the brake setup. I have a Heim joint bolted to the bottom that goes up to the hand control there. And then on the other side for the gas pedal, I got this right there. So from this angle, you got the got pedal. I built this big horseshoe around it because that's where the throttle cable attaches to. And it goes, got an adjuster right there, and that goes straight back to the throttle body. Now up on top for the gas pedal, what I did here, when you use the hand control for the brake, it separates right there from the throttle. So when you go, because it's a big seesaw, so when you go the other way, it pushes on that that lever right there, which activates the gas pedal, like so. This allows you to now be able to drive it with regular pedals, and when Jesse wants to drive it, he can use the hand controls. The nice part about having a steering rack is you have 2 turns in each direction. So it's now very, very easy to turn these wheels. It's also a nice rubber padded wheel there. Much more comfortable. It's a lot more not chopped and thrown together. It looks a little crazy right now because I haven't painted any of this. Like almost everything's painted. But that's where we're standing right now. I'm pretty excited about it. I literally just got to do some touch-ups. I'm going to make a new bracket for the hand control, let it sit a little higher because right there it's digging into your knee. And then harnesses, and that's it. It's done. I'm pretty excited about that. It's got a regular wheel now. It looks like an actual race car now. And then once, I'm going to run this motor for a little while. I just picked up a new motor for it. And I'm pretty excited. Let's go show you that now. So as it sits right now, we have a air-cooled 2-stroke single cylinder 250cc Polaris Trailblazer engine. It makes about 22 horsepower, which isn't bad considering it has that big CVT clutch setup. It'll push this thing 30-40 miles an hour, no problem. That's about it though. I figured getting up hills is going to be very difficult with that motor. I don't really think it's going to have the guts to get 2 people plus the weight of the frame and everything else up there, no problem. So let me show you what I got. I got a 1987 Articat Trujillo 6000. It's got a twin cylinder liquid cooled 530cc 2-stroke with the same belt style drive as what we got in the buggy. It's got everything here ready to go. I mean, it needs a little bit of TLC. It's got all original hardware and stuff on there. So the nice part about having that on this frame is this motor goes, like I said, 30-40 miles an hour. I've had it up to already with 2 people in it. This thing's just sick. Look at that thing. I built that from scratch. But the coolest part about putting a new motor in this thing is, you figure this can do 30-40 miles an hour as it is with a 22 horsepower motor on it. That snowmobile motor out there is rated at 84 horsepower, so it'll make this thing fly. Being that the new engine is so much more horsepower, that is why I decided to go with a steering rack. That's why I decided to move the brake pedal. That's why I decided to make a brake pedal, actually, because originally the original design didn't even have pedals. So I didn't accommodate room in terms of leg space, 4 pedals, so I had to figure all this out from scratch once again. The downfall for this, though, is the way I'm sitting right now is I have a forward, neutral, and reverse gearbox in this thing. However, it's only rated for about 35 horsepower. That new motor's 84, so that thing's literally just going to shatter. So with that being said, once I do put that motor on there, I'm only going to have forward, which is a bit of a bummer, but I don't really, tell you the truth, it is what it is. I'd rather have the power than reverse. On top of that, it's also only a pull start, so I won't have an electric start, which is a bummer. As this has electric start, pull start, forward, neutral, reverse. This is awesome the way it's set up. It's just not gonna have the balls, you know what I mean? We needed to have balls. So the other concern I have is redesigning the way that the rear carrier and everything holds together on it, because it's just not going to be strong enough, I don't think, to handle the power from that snowmobile. So that is also going to be on the I'm probably going to have to redesign a whole bunch of this. I'm going to keep my original design with the struts because that looks awesome and it's very effective. It works great. I'm going to have to beef up those upper control arms though, because they're already hitting my boots and ripping them, so I already have to redesign that as it is. I'm just going to go with way more heavier duty bearings and way more heavy duty chain, and man, it's just then it's going to get real. So that's where we're sitting right now. Just take a damn look at this thing.